Hello folks, well, my name is Jared White, and today we have another edition of Diecast in the Raw by the diecast diehard Jared White. And today I have a big, did I mention it's big, 1.5 foot long Tony Schumacher U.S. Army dragster. And this baby is pretty much one of the most detailed diecast replicas besides my other few drag cars I own, and without going to GMP and all the other high-end diecast manufacturers, probably one of the most valuable diecasts that I own now. So without further ado, I'm going to remove all this extra junk that y'all probably don't care about out of the way, and we're going to get down to brass tacks, or gold tacks, whichever you want to consider, because it is colored gold. And here we go. So first off, the details on the outside. There's a lot of nice decals. All the U.S. Army, Army of One. Got the little fin on top of the thing. And then we see the a lot of nice decaling. It says the champ back-to-back Tony Schumacher champion. Has a nice gold, it's pretty much gold actually, well, like a gold foil kind of paint job, I would say. It's very nice, shows up very well on camera. All the sponsor decals, Oakley. I'm not going to go over all of them, but like I said, the decals are nice. You got pretty much everything. This is pretty much the best detail you can get without having to build a model of the car. But Action makes one for like every year. They have another edition, or they have this kind of edition or that, which is probably why they're not as valuable as some people think they are, even with all the detailing. I mean, they often go down in value the older they get. I think it's because they produce like 1,000 of them. But I mean, if you're going to get a collectible drag car, I mean, turn to no one else but Action. And here we have the bevy of wiring. I don't even know how they wire one of these engines up. It's honestly, I mean, I know how an engine works and everything, but whoa. But yeah, you got all your basic wiring and stuff. Like I said, they're not sure, but it shows up well on camera, like I said. You got your Goodyear here. I'm not sure, but there's a little defect in the paint there. I'm not sure if that's a chip or something with the manufacturing, if it was just the owner. I guess he hit a rock while going down the quarter mile. I don't know, use your imagination. Wasn't my fault though, so don't hate me. Don't be sending me hate mail. Oh yeah, there's a spoiler. Big giant spoiler. Sticks up almost to my hand. Never seen anything that big on a 124 scale car. I'm not used to these dragsters either, so I mean, it's just a thing. I mean, I've never owned one of these, so. But like I said, got the spoiler. It says U.S. Army on it, Army of One. Tony Schumacher is by far my favorite, and this is probably going to be the only dragster I own except for Calietta. So now I have a dragster. These are very hard. They're hard to find in stores. You're probably never going to find one in the store, but still, for being an eBay item, I would say this was $35 plus $12 on shipping, about $37. So I'm gonna open the hood. Well, I guess you can call this the hood or the bonnet. See if I can get this to zoom. Oh yeah, the inside definitely has some pretty good detailing. I guess this would be the board that controls all the fuel and mixtures and stuff. Yeah, the front wheels do steer. You can see it right here. They do steer, but they are not connected to the steering wheel in any means. I do know that because I tried to move the steering wheel. It won't move them, trust me. But I didn't ruin anything. It's fine. The racing harnesses, you can kind of see that it's really hard to focus on a black interior. I know that from experience when I take pictures with my cameras, and you really cannot see anything. So, but it has a pretty nice, well detailed interior cockpit, the racing harnesses. I'll get one more, see if I can get this close to my tripod without doing anything. Yeah, you can see the gauges and stuff. I don't know if there's a shifter in here or not, but I think this has photo etch parts too. I'm not going to go into too much detail. You've probably seen pictures on eBay, but like I said, this is one of the best diecast I've owned. But yeah, I got all the wiring still. I'll show the underside since the hood's off and I don't risk that falling off of there without any means of safety. But yeah, here's Jimmy. This is the underside. You can see where all the wiring kind of connects to it all. I'm guessing this is like fully plumbed and wired. I'm not experienced in this field of super detailed diecast at all, so I really don't know what I'm looking at, because every time I look at this thing I'm seeing just new stuff everywhere. So but there's a serialization on here. I'm not sure, it's some kind of serializing. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Hold it with one hand and be careful. It's a serialized number. It doesn't say made in China, but I know they are made in China. But yeah, like I said, the rear wheels spin with the disc brakes. The tires kind of a spongy feel to them. The drive shaft, basic details that a drag car you would expect it to have. There's chute wires going to the parachutes that open when they is doing about 330 or whatever ridiculous speed that they're doing down the quarter mile. I forgot to mention there's another thing with these. The exhausts actually have the temp sensor lines. Those are for sensing the temperature, I guess, the exhaust headers, since they're having to monitor pretty much everything when they go down the straightaway. But there's temp sensor lines in the main exhaust headers. I know what those are. It's got, like I said, the twin magnetos and stuff, since they have to get so much fuel into the engine at once. It's just, you know. But like I said, quite a pretty beautiful model. If I do say so myself, I will say that they action really spares no expense, but when they have to charge like $50 for a model so they can make any profit at all, I mean, you kind of have, there's just a lot of work that goes into these, and this is going to be a proud collectible to be on my shelf for years to come. And it's definitely going to go with all the other race cars I have. I will eventually make videos of those when I get to it, that I got a very long time ago, but I still have them. I might make a multi-video being this as a centerpiece. Goodbye.